Hello everybody, I am Andy McDaniel and welcome back to Critical Point. And last time we had two endings back to back that were pretty much the same damn ending. Fuck you Japan, learn what an alternate ending really is. But this time the ending, looking at the path we're taking, the ending might be somewhat different. Finally. And we've only got 4 more. So we're almost done with this journey here. So hopefully the next 4 endings will be different than the ones we've unlocked already. At the very least, I'm imagining the true ending, whatever the fuck that is going to be something we've not seen before. But anyway, let me see here. As far as the choices are concerned, this is going to be very similar at first to ending 20. Okay, so this is going to be virtually identical to ending 20, which is when we asked for Carla's opinion regarding unlocking Elise's limiters, only this time we're not going to ask for Carla's opinion, so we might actually get a new ending in this, like a proper fucking ending. So I'm going to skip directly ahead to that. Oh my god, unless there is a lot of new material at the end of this is going to be a very short ending, or episode. But anyway, let's just go. Let's go. Be right back. Alright, here we go. We have the option of asking for Carla's opinion, which we know how that will work out. Or we can just say, this is an emergency, just release them. Let's see if that works out a little bit better this time. So let's do it. This is an emergency situation. I made my decision instantly. EL-03, I release security hold items 1, 2, and 3.
命令を確認。機密保持項目を解除しました。行きます。
Here you go. She crouched low to the floor, then Elise broke into a dash so fast she seemed to disappear. She raced across CIC in a blur to attack the fake Kaminsky. As her blade flashed forward, Elise threw an elbow into his chin. He wasn't expecting that. Elise's blow was backed by her entire weight and inertia. The force of it knocked Kaminsky back against the wall and into a panel. One of Kaminsky's arms fell to the floor, severed cleanly by Elise's knife. But as he was thrown backwards, Kaminsky's knife sliced into Elise, taking her arm off at the shoulder. Was it an even match? No, this was bad for Elise.
Well now, looks like there's a real fighter amongst the wimpy techies.
Kaminsky paid no heed to his missing arm as he pulled himself out of the panel. Holding his knife in his remaining hand, he faced Elise. He leapt forward to prevent Elise from further charges. His knife sliced downwards, striking at Elise's head. She blocked it with her slender blade. The knives rebounded off each other with sparks and then collided again. Then suddenly neither of them were armed. Kaminsky grabbed Elise by the wrist and threw her across the room. Elise smacked into a console, pulverizing it. And her titties flopped out. Elise tried to stand up but couldn't. Her other arm was torn off and Kaminsky's combat knife was stuck in her gut. Something that seemed like blood was pouring out of her mouth.
You done already? Your technique sucks,
Kaminsky said. The fake Kaminsky smiled and started to walk forward, but then he fell to his knees. It looked like Elise's knife had gouged through one of his joints.
Still, is that all you can do?
The fake Kaminsky crawled towards me, dragging his leg. I drew my handgun out of its holster.
Hey, I thought you said you wanted to go hand to hand.
Aren't you going to grant me a handicap when fighting a monster like you? I took aim at the fake Kaminsky. He just laughed louder.
That pea shooter won't make a difference either way.
Actually, I was aiming at his overconfident attitude. I was locked on target. This would be difficult if his reflexes were at full strength. However, thanks to Elise, Kaminsky had been slowed down. It's all over, fake sergeant.
I think it's you who's done with, Mr. Captain.
The fake Kaminsky was roaring with laughter. Right, this fight would be decided in an instant. I sent the firing code to my right arm. Rocket punch! My right arm deformed and burst apart. The micro-rocket implanted into it from the elbow down fired. The tissue from my right wrist and arm was blown away, throwing flesh and pieces of me around the room as the missile headed for the fake Kaminsky.
What the?
The missile struck the unsuspecting Kaminsky in the gut. He was blown across the room and struck the wall with the missile sticking out of his belly. The missile exploded before he could pull it out. That missile could penetrate even tank armor. No matter how strong his body was, he was sure to suffer damage. Unfortunately, it also caused major damage to CIC at the same time, but CIC had already been disabled by the fake Kaminsky anyway, so who really cares? If he was still moving, I'd be done for. Knocked down by the blast from my own missile, I felt pain rush through my body. I pried myself up with my left arm as I tried to get up. I had opened my mouth at the time of the blast to dissipate the pressure change, but all I could hear was a loud ringing. Hi! I looked around and could see the fake Kaminsky's arms and legs scattered about. Something bumped up against my foot. It was the grinning Kaminsky's head. I guess he won't be fighting back anymore. I held the stub of my right arm that had once again been lost in battle and turned slowly towards Elise. Hi, titties. We did it, Elise. Elise, covered with blood, parenthetically, and still stuck in the console, smiled as she nodded.
I was beat. You got a mean backhand, Captain.
The Kaminsky head spoke up. It's still operating? That grin was still plastered across his face.
But I'm the real victor, you know.
どういうことなの？教えてほしいわね。
Thanks for showing up, Carla. You were really useless. Carla saw that we'd won and entered CIC. Behind her were the faces of the bewildered, shocked, and relieved troops.
I'll tell you, Miss Commander. It'll be nice for you to go feel it. It'll be nice for you to feel the hopelessness of the situation quickly.
いいから早く。
Well, I'll start from the beginning.
Please don't. I need some water. His voice just kills my throat. The fake Kaminsky began talking. No!
In just a few moments, nuclear missiles will be launched from the space at an enemy.
なんですって？ここにはそんな装備なんてないわよ。
They're almost trivial in power, but portable tactical nukes can fit easily into the warhead of an ordinary missile.
After a short pause, he continued.
They're puny, but they'll get the job done.
What are you talking about? You aren't planning a sudden war, are you?
You got it. Launch timing was the big problem.
He was really beginning to get on my nerves now.
The world is just talking about a temporary peace. With this, the war industry will be back in full production. Still, a global war would get out of hand. We're talking about a local boxed-up war. The location is to be the moon.
要はこの基地を利用したのね。でも、なんでこんな面倒な真似を？
The fake Kaminsky laughed hard.
Otherwise, my sponsor would look suspicious. Sabotage just looks so much better.
The fake Kaminsky gave a knowing smirk as he continued.
This base was just the easiest because we had information regarding everything here.
There's an informant, even, on Earth?
You hit the jackpot. If there hadn't been, there was no way I could have gotten here.
That's something that an intelligence person such as myself could never overlook. No matter what, though, I didn't think the fake Kaminsky would give up his source.
You can't communicate with anyone, can you? By the time you get that fixed, the retaliatory strikes will be on their way.
月面車を破壊したのも連絡手段をなくすのが目的だったのね。
The fake Kaminsky's speech began to lengthen as the last of his power faded.
Hey, woo.
Fake Kaminsky stopped moving, that sickening grin still frozen on its face. The troops stood around the fake Kaminsky.
このアンドロイドの言った通りね。
Carla's voice shook.
CIC は破壊され、エリスがこのありさまではもうどうしようもないわ。
No, I don't think that's quite true.
え？
What? I chuckled. Carla and Lei Wong had joined Rico and I. The other troops wanted to come in to find out what was happening, but nobody else could fit into the room because it was so crammed full of my penis. and
本当にここ
equipment.
にあるもので CIC の機能が代行できるの？
Sure, why not? She seemed pretty that's not how you spell skeptical. I could understand her point of view. If I hadn't seen Rico's abilities firsthand, I would have been skeptical. Now you spelled it right, too.
処理を住宅にするために
Smother?
住宅？
Oh, okay, that was intentional. Not smother, smoother.
あ、そうでした。潤沢にするために
God damn it, Rico, you're not even trying now, are you? She did it again.
接続ラインを太くする必要がありますけど、それさえうまくいけば CIC の 90% の機能は維持できます。
残りの 10% は何ができないの？
超中距離通信と映像処理です通信システムは壊滅してますし、映像モニターは26インチ平面ディスプレイ1台しかありませんから
26 inches? That's not even as big as my... Well, never mind.
ウォンタイ、この子の言ってることは本当なの？
ここのメモリだけでは本体は被害を受けていませんから。
Rico and Lei Wong's technobabble began in earnest.
転送速度は収束ラインを接続し直せば CIC の深部ラインは
Shut up and get naked!
第3階層でスリープさせれば
Lei Wong threw dozens of problems at Rico. Then she turned to Carla.
信じがたいことですが、ここにあるガラクタで CIC の真似事ができるようです。
それは基地機能が正常に使えるということね。
そうです。
ふう、篠塚伍長の才能を見抜いていたなんて。さすがね、特務査察官。そして感謝するわ。で、この後どうすればいいと思う？
We should get naked and have sex. 4-way? Yes? Yeah, bring Elise in. She doesn't have arms, but she's got everything else that counts. 5-way to end the game, please.
やっぱりそうだったのね。
黙って。
Wong's interruption was harshly cut off by Carla. Before offering my own opinion, I decided to ask Carla how she viewed the situation. 5-way, Carla? What do you say? I mean, what do you think, Colonel?
また質問に質問で答えるのね。私にも考えはあるわ。でも
What?
私はあなたの意見を聞きたいの。
Oh, you're still talking? My opinion is 5-way. There, you've heard it. I guess there's nothing to do about it. Well, I considered our situation carefully. Even if we restore the base functions, the missiles are certain to be on independent control. We couldn't possibly dismantle them in the time we have left. So, we'll have to take some emergency measures to render the missiles ineffective. Let's inject hardened bakelite into the missile silos. What?
でもそれじゃ敵の攻撃に対しても無力になってしまうわよ。
そうね。あいつはスポンサーがどうのって言ってたわ。他の基地にも同じようなのが送り込まれている可能性は否定できないわね。
I had a ready answer for that contingency. The cruise missiles are the only ones that are rigged. Defense missiles couldn't trigger a war. So we only make the cruise missile silos ineffective. We can still defend ourselves if another base attacks us.
どう？で
Idiots.
きる？篠塚伍長。
Carla conferred with Rico, who had been out of the discussion.
お任せください。なんだってやっちゃいます。それで
I opened both arms to signal that I was through. The commander nodded her approval.
いいでしょう。
Carla smiled. Say, what was your opinion?
まあ似たようなものです。
Oh, you! Man, that's pretty low.
まあ補足するとすれば、遅くとも10日後には増援のシャトル艦隊が来るわ。
Oh, sorry. With that, Carla turned to Rico.
というわけ。頼んだわよ、篠塚伍長。
イエスサー
There it is. Rico energetically attacked the console. Now, all we could do is wait. I'm back on Earth now! It's been 8 months since the events on the moon. Time flies by. There hadn't been any big event after we had blocked up the cruise missile silos. There was no attack from any other bases. It all disappeared silently. In some ways, our fight was the opposite of how the fake Kaminsky had put it. There had been no victor at all. I returned to Earth with the damaged Elise and wounded troops after the rescue mission had arrived. Nobody knew what had happened to Elise after that. Probably broken down for scrap, or just used as a general sex toy perhaps, I don't know. She was a P7- level top secret project after all. I had no connection with her project after that. She was probably being repaired in some secret lab. The chances of ever meeting her again were very slim. Carla and Lei Wong were heading up the repairs. They probably wouldn't be up for leave anytime soon. After solving the moon incident, air quotes, I had been promoted 2 ranks to Lieutenant Colonel. I was thankful, but there seemed to be something working behind the scenes. I had my own office, and the desk work increased right along with the increase in my responsibilities. I didn't receive any more life-threatening assignments, still I felt that there just had to be more to my life than my present course of action. I was uneasy. There was a knock on my door.
篠塚少尉入ります。
It's Lieutenant Shinozuka, a voice said. With that announcement, the source of my uneasiness entered the room. Soon after I had returned to Earth, she had somehow, I had my own ideas about exactly how, parenthetically, gotten assigned to be a member of my staff. Penis!
サインをお願いします。
Rico laid a bundle of documents down on the desktop in front of me. Well, it looks like you're really showing now. Wait, what? What happened? I was talking about Rico's tummy. Oh no.
もう8ヶ月ですもの。
We better get the marriage paperwork done pretty soon, huh? Oh god.
それってもしかしてプロポーズですか？
Apparently. Well, you could probably just do your thing with the computer and make it all look legitimate.
それとこれとは別です。
It isn't!
そうです。憧れの人からプロポーズされるって女の子の夢なんですから。
Rico began talking quietly while holding her tummy. Oh god, I've knocked her up and now I have to get married to her. What have I done? Damn you, moon sex!
安心して出てきてね。パパがプロポーズしてくれたし、パパはもうすぐ大佐様ですからね。
Hey, did you do something again? Sigh. I have a bright future, I guess. Or maybe love is power, eh? Yes, because that's the name of the ending. And we have silly music to lead us out. Okay, well that was at least a somewhat completely different ending than we've gotten before, even though the path was somewhat similar. Hey, we might actually have a full episode out of this one. Awesome. So, thank you for watching. If you liked the episode, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And until next time, see us. Play us off, silly music. Yeah!